I mean, if I look at the footprint chart, I mean, I see the red
Yeah.
sellers being absorbed. I see the green candle, but it's not real long, and I see wicks on both sides. So I would give it kind of a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. What do you think?
Yeah, same 2 or 3, because based on the previous 10-15 candles, same thing, sellers are pushing the price down and the buyers were pushing the price up on that particular candle.
Yeah.
Seems like both sides are fighting outside of the zone.
Yeah. Yep. So do you see price breaking without a body yet? Tick. Yeah, so that's definitely a tick. Do you see volume supporting? So we're inside the volume profile, yep. And we also did see some buying creeping in here. So I've just about ticked this one as well. Have you marked out the top and bottom of the candle? Yes. So believe it or not, I'd give this a 4, maybe even 5. The only reason I wouldn't give it a 5 is because of the range before that. That's the only reason I wouldn't give it a 5. I would give that a 4 because at the end of the day, it ticks all the boxes. Volume supporting, yep. You see a body break, yep. Have you marked at the top and bottom of the candle? Yep. So I'll give that a 4 myself. 3 is okay. I can kind of understand. I'll give that 4 myself. This is where it starts to get interesting, and I'll show you why I'm scoring these at the end. You can see here why I'm scoring them. Do you see price coming back into the zone with at least 2 candles? So 1, and then. Would you count this? Probably not, right? Because this constituted to the break candle. This is the trigger candle, which we're going to get onto. I personally would count this as 1, 2. I would personally count this as just about 2 candles, right? Just this one here. So these 2 or 3 here. So with this one, do you see price coming back? I would rate this a 3 myself, 2 or maybe 3 max. I wouldn't go more than 3 for this one. Does that make sense? Do you agree, or do you have different opinions on that one?
I mean, I do agree, yeah.
Now, liquidity absorption. For me, this is a 5. In order to buy, do you see red delta or aggressive sellers inside the zone? To me, that's a straight 5 because I'm looking inside the zone. I'm not looking at individual candles. I'm looking inside the zone. So this zone here, 67 to 60, let's say 63. This here, hopefully both of you should see it's a 5. This candle here pushes me to think it's a 5. This is a 5 right here. Do all of you see that? This is definitely a 5. And 3 is the most important one. Now we pull the trigger. Has price moved past the break line you drew? So the break line I drew was at here. So this is this candle here at 38 past 10. Liquidity absorption, and then we pull the trigger. Bang. So that's when I pulled the trigger right there. Stops below the level. And then I actually had I targeted 2.5 R. So it was around here I closed, somewhere around here. No, because I had my stop here. So 2.5 R would be like here. So do you see, this is the bolt breakout blueprint. Do you see how we've gone through? So let's quickly rate that. So the B, what did we agree B was? B was 3, right?
Yep.
The optimal retest was 3. The liquidity absorption was definitely a 5. And also, what would you rate number 4 as? Has price passed the break line you drew?
I saw that as a 5 because it was a strong candle.
5, yep. And also, if you look very carefully at the candle, if you want to talk about volume, to me, if that isn't volume, I don't know what is, right?
That is leading the way, for sure.
So what did we rate this as? So I personally had this at a 4, but let's go for the worst case scenario. So 3 plus 3, 9. No, sorry, 6. And then 5 plus 6, 11. And then 11 plus 5, 16. So if we go back to our friend over here, it was an emerging sniper, which I think is about right, considering we had a horrible range before.
Yeah.
So I would say, if your trades are not above 14 or 15, you shouldn't be taking them. And what's an important thing to do is you should actually go back and grade the trades after you've taken them.
Yeah.
And honestly fill out this form and say, was it at least, I mean, you may not get a 20 every single time, especially in these marking conditions, but if you can get anything more than like 17, I think today we had 3, 6 plus 5, 11. We had 16. 16 out of 60, that's like 80%. 16 out of 20 is not bad. Anything more than 15 is good. So by definition, this was a we were it was an emerging sniper, which I think is very accurate. It was definitely emerging. It wasn't like it didn't want to be like a it was definitely a patient sniper, but a very patient one. Hopefully you all can see that. The reason I say it's an emerging sniper is because, it really took its time.
Yeah, a lot of opportunity to enter early.
It's not even entering early. You could have entered here. Right. I actually stayed out here. I didn't feel confident, and you could have entered here and here. You could have. It's not even about entering early. Depending on what the order flow tells you, you could have entered here at any point. It's just one of those things.
But with the chop, there to enter early, there's a whole